for joining us today. If you don't know me, my name is Tammy Stofker. I am with Decor Lighting Sales. I have been with Decor for about 4 years, and prior to that, I was in the showroom channel. I managed a showroom in Minnesota, and I worked in a showroom doing a lot of commercial projects in Wisconsin. I am the director of sales for the design channel for Decor Lighting Sales, and I also cover accounts in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Eastern Wisconsin. And we have others on our team that I'm sure you all know covering other areas. We are recording this today, and it will be posted to our YouTube channel so that you can review it there if you want to share it with your colleagues. Feel free to reach out or visit the Hubbardton Forge portal for pricing. Since this will be posted publicly, price changes happen and all that kind of good stuff. We're not going to talk about pricing on the webinar itself. But I do want to remind you, if you have an open account with Hubbardton Forge, you can use the portal login to get your pricing at any time. If you don't have a login, we are happy to help you get one. It is just really convenient. You can place your orders there, track your orders, all the good stuff. So let's get ready and dive right in. So last year-ish, I think it was, Hubbardton Forge launched Art and Alchemy. This is the part of their collection where they let their designers kind of go wild and really push the boundaries of what was possible, kind of taking budget out of the equation, taking the forms that they already had and the molds that they already had out of the budget or out of realm. So let their imagination run wild. So what you're seeing here is the first introduction for October, which is the Veneto. This is absolutely stunning in person. This is about a 12-inch diameter round, and it's actually two pieces of glass that are pressed together, and there's an image coming up that you can see that a little bit better on. This is the linear piece. This is about 54 inches. Each one of those lamps is a 3-watt G9 bulb. It really lights that glass beautifully, and I'm just going to show you this installation here. And then here's on this single pendant, you can see in that center picture how those two pieces of glass kind of pancake around the piece of metal and the bulb itself. The glass is actually made by Soiva, which is a third generation glasswork company. They've been carrying on this tradition of really excellent Venetian glass for about 60 years now. And every phase of the glass development is conducted with Soiva, from the design to hot production to creating the molds, cutting and polishing all of the pieces. So each piece will be unique. This is an exclusive Venetian glass from them. So one of the really, really exciting things that was released at market was this product called Snaps. It's this beautiful execution of alabaster and leather with giving you a lot of creativity and a lot of control. It's a very versatile system, and literally the pieces snap together. A 5-year-old could put this together. It's that easy. It is highly customizable. The leather comes in 3 standard finishes: white, chestnut, and black. The leather all is coming from Spinnyback. So I know as designers, most of you are familiar with Spinnyback, and you can order custom leather as well. So if you have a customer or a project that you would like to use a custom leather for, you can go directly to the Spinnyback website and just ask for the samples. They will send them out to you. What will happen then is once you choose your leather, the leather will be sent to Hubbardton Forge upon your order to Hubbardton, and then they will use their incredible stitchers, Appalachian Stitching, will create the pieces then from your hide. So here is we have a couple of slides that show the product breakdown. Included in every purchase, you'll notice there is a small single pendant, there's a 2-light pendant, and on the next page you'll see there's a 4. At the top you see what's included. So you will get everything you need to put together a product that looks exactly like the images in front of you. And again, with Hubbardton Forge, customization is always a thing. So if by chance you needed more discs on a piece of leather, they will work with you on that. At this point, the way this works is there's a copper conductive foil that runs between two pieces of leather. And then that's what supports the power throughout the whole piece. At this point, 30 feet is as long as we can go. If there is a custom installation where you need something more than that, we'll work with you, because there's ways that we can bypass that, but not necessarily in this package style product. The straps are each about 3 inches wide. They come in a 24, a 12, and a 72-inch length. And they are available with or without the disc. So you have, again, a lot of flexibility if you want to just extend for a long period of time. One of my favorite installations is, I think it might be on the next page. Let me check. Yeah. There's a floor lamp version. So you don't even need to have a hardwire, but you can take a lamp right up onto the ceiling and have a lot of fun with it that way. Also, the wall sconce version is very fun. I expect there will be many more disc styles and different shapes that will be coming out soon. The ones that we're using now are alabaster. They're absolutely stunning. And again, with Hubbardton Forge, you do have standard finishes available in white, black, sterling, and the modern brass, but you can do any custom RAL color, just like with the rest of the line. And if there is a different finish that you want from the line, we can do that as well. But it would be considered a custom in this particular product only. There's probably a lot of questions about the snaps. It's kind of hard to see on paper. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out and we can talk through more of the snaps product. So the other thing that they've been really working hard to expand their collection on, Hubbardton Forge years back used to be known for their incredible floor lamps and table lamps. And in the last couple of years, they've really tried to return to those roots. So we've seen a lot of new introductions from them. What we're seeing today are some expansions from current product, and then also just taking some of the hanging pieces and letting those become floor lamps as well. So we're going to start with the Volterra. And we're seeing that continuation of that very organic trend using natural materials. We saw it in the snaps with the alabaster discs. Here we're seeing it in the Volterra as the floor lamp. The floor lamp is a 35.5-inch high. It's about a 22-inch diameter shade, and that shade is done in natural Anna. And then you also see on this page the Cambrian. Same dimensions as the Volterra, but this one, if you notice, features the Cambrian Fairhaven slate. Fairhaven is the town right next door to Castleton, Vermont, and that's actually where they mine that slate from. So it's, when we talk about Hubbardton Forge, one of the things you always know is they're doing their best to be sustainable, and that reaches even into the sourcing of their products. Less travel time, less shipping. You're not putting it on a ship across the world to get the slate. So they're very conscious of those things. So this was one of my favorites. This was based off the glissade that was introduced a couple of releases ago in the hanging fixture. Here we see it in a floor and table lamp. The table lamp is a 4-watt. It's about a 650 estimated delivered lumens on that one. These are both 3000 Kelvin 90 CRI, and they are dimmable. The dimming functions will be found right on the fixture themselves. Next, we have the Pangea. Again, this was introduced, I believe it was last January. Really fun organic shape. A lot of people felt like it, kind of felt like a maple leaf. The table lamp here is just over 21 inches. Medium socket on that one, 60-watt bulb max. With an LED, you can get obviously quite a bit of light out of that. That takes 2 bulbs. The torchère is really tall. It is 83.4 inches high. One of the things that they've been hearing a lot of is there's not a lot out there as far as torchères go, where the scale is large enough for the spaces that we're trying to fit them in. So you're going to be seeing more scaled up product from Hubbardton Forge. And on the flip side of that, you have the mini. So the mini table is just 10 inches high. You can see that it comes in a couple of different marble colors, and that goes for the dome table lamp as well. You have the lilac option or a black option. This is all natural marble, so each piece will be unique. Some, especially I noticed in the lilac, some can be almost all white. Some will have almost look like it's black and white. Some will have a little more lilac on. So just know it is a natural product and just set that expectation with your client. Next, we have the quill. This one is 76.8 inches high, about 1,030 estimated delivered lumens. Again, 3,000 K, 85 CRI on that one. This one's also dimmable. The aerial is 79.5 inches high, and this one takes 360 watt B base or candelabra base B bulbs. And again, I just go back to if you need a custom finish, a custom size, if you wanted a floor lamp that had 4 arms on the aerial instead of 3, let them know. Their custom capabilities are quite extensive. They did put a halt on some of the customs that they were working on last year because they were just overwhelmed. But they have really streamlined the process and worked to expand that side of the business. So they're up and ready to take custom orders. Next, we have the Blossom. This one is just adorable to me. Mini table lamp, medium socket. Here we're using that G bulb, available in that black or the lilac marble again. To me, this would be great with a half dipped bulb, either like a half chrome, half gold. And Bulbrite has come out with like a half white and a half black. I think those could look really stunning in that particular piece. We also have some extensions to the Hanging Dahlia series, one of the most successful series from Hubbardton Forge. The cylindrical lamp is just over 18 inches high, and that will take a 60 watt max socket, medium base socket. And the table lamp is also the medium base socket with a natural Anna shade, and available in all of the finishes from Hubbardton Forge. So that was the new product release. Please chime in if you had any questions. This is pretty laid back presentation, shall we say. So if you have questions, just let me know. You can also reach out to any of us and we're happy to answer questions. But I just wanted to touch on, before we leave, a couple of things. Some reminders, and they have some promos going on that I want to let you know about. But to start with, just our reminders, we talked a little bit already about custom colors and design. They also offer an enhanced lead time. So for standard, typical lead times, 3 to 4 weeks. The enhanced lead time is 7 to 10 business days, and that would be $50 per SKU. I think it is an absolute bargain. So if you had 10 of one SKU, it's $50 to get that product rushed through the system. So keep that in your back pocket if you're in a time crunch. Also, remember, all products are made to order. So these aren't products that are sitting in a box on the shelf. When you order it, they produce it. The fact that they can do that and get it to you within 3 to 4 weeks is pretty amazing. And I also touched a little bit on the sustainable practices and sourcing. They are an extremely environmentally friendly company. They've won several awards in Vermont for their environmental practices. And if you follow environmental law at all, Vermont has one of the most stringent, they have the most stringent laws on the books across the country. So the fact that they're getting awards in Vermont is pretty amazing. Also want to remind you of Hubbardtonforge.com. We talked earlier about that portal. It is the best resource. They have incredible videos if you're working with the client and want to show them a little bit more in-depth picture. They've got great custom pieces that they've taken pictures of to help give you ideas, and again, used with your customers. So use that as a resource. It is wonderful. And again, reach out if you need a portal login. Again, that way you can place your own orders and you can get pricing at any time.